Hello and welcome to my channel. This is your Megas with PCATTACK, and today I'm going to go ahead and get this review out the way of the Astro A40 2015 edition. The reason why I'm getting this out the way is because I'm planning on getting the Astro A40 TRs, which is the 2016 edition. So I'm going to go ahead and review these, and then I'm going to get the TRs, do an unboxing review of that. Alright, without further ado, on to the review. First subject I want to cover is comfort, because that's a very important subject next to sound. If it sounds good, you can't keep it on your head, what's the purpose? You know, you can't even wear it. It hurts your head, it bothers your ear or anything like that. Comfort wise, after you break these in, it's going to take about, I don't know, depending on your play style, depending on your usage, it's probably going to take you about a week. Could take you longer, depends on how often you game or how often you wear these for any other type of activities like listen to music on the go or anything like that. Comfort wise, after break-in, these are some of the most comfortable headphones I've ever worn, period. To me personally, I don't like stuff around my ears because it starts to bother, especially if it has too much pressure, and I don't like anything touching my ear. These do not touch my ear. The ear cups are ginormous. You know, I mean, look at that. You see the depth that you go in there. I'm going to use the mic as an example. You see this? You got that much clearance room. So when this goes on your head and this presses in some, you still got clearance room so it doesn't touch your ear. So your ear is just pretty much free floating in the air. And that is an excellent design. But this review, when I'm talking about for your ear, is pretty much going to be about my ear, because everyone's ear is different. You know, everybody has a different depth, width, and how much it sticks out. So with that, keep that in mind. I have like a normal sized ear, maybe a little bit over medium sized ear, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, back to comfort. Once broken in, it gives a little bit away, and it's a lot more comfortable, especially the cushion. The cushion is very soft, and as I said, it's not on your ear. So if people have problems with stuff being on the ear like I do, this is a good headphone for you. And yeah, I mean, super comfortable. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I think that they're more comfortable than my HD 600s. I'm gonna have to keep going back and forth because the comfort on HD 600s are phenomenal. But for these, for some odd reason, I could just wear these for longer periods of time. It just could be because I probably worn these more and I probably broke them in more. But I had my HD 600s for about 2 months, and I had this for also about 2 months also. So, you know, I like to pretty much have it for at least 30 days before I throw a review up. Sometimes I do it sooner, but I'll do a follow-up. Another part of comfort. I know this is also going to go into the sound. I'm going to have to mention this twice. But the second part of the comfort is that a lot of people with closed back headphones, your ears are going to sweat. They're going to get hot. They're going to sweat a lot. With these being an open back, which I'm going to give it, you know, kudos to them, air comes through. So it's giving you ventilation. The heat that would normally build up is not being built up. Me personally, I could wear these for hours before I start to notice, you know, a little bit of discomfort, because anything on my head for periods of time, for me personally, will start to bother me. But I'm saying hours, you know, at least 3, 4, 5 hours straight, non-stop. And I worn them for that long. And to be honest with you, I could have worn them longer. They're that comfortable. All right. Second most important thing to me personally, sound quality. Normally a lot of people do it at the end of their review. I'm going to do mine a lot sooner. Sound quality on these, I'm going to stick with gaming first. Gaming, phenomenal. 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 Say it 3 times. The reason being, a lot of people are out there trying to give Astros negative reviews about sound quality. One, they're open back. Soundstage wise, you're not going to get better. Open backs are the best to have for especially positional audio, directional, being able to tell where everything is, and especially in first person shooters. If you need to know if that guy's around the corner from you, you can pretty much pinpoint his direction with these. That's because of the open back. I can hear him even further away, or if he's walking away from me. so I know which direction he's going, and pretty much I could kind of figure out how far he is away from me. That's going to take time of usage. Then you start to understand how the sounds work inside games and stuff like that, because it's going to be new for you. um, a lot of people say 5.1 systems are better for surround sound. Yes and no. Mainly yes, but when you're in a shooter, these give you the edge. No 5.1 sound system, I don't care what you have, 7.1, 7.2, they're not going to help you with positional audio like headphones are. Those footsteps are right in your ear. They're not being separated at a rear speaker behind you, and then you have a delay and everything being factored in. Positional, I can hear you loud and clear even if you're 20 feet away from me or 30 feet away from me behind the wall. On my sound system, you won't start to come in like that. I can't hear you. I can emphasize footsteps on these a whole lot more accurately than I can on, or loud, let me say it that way, than I can on 5.1. If I have a 5.1, 7.1, 7.2, I could do the same thing, but I'll have to turn everything else down and only focus on footsteps. With these right here, I don't have to do that. I don't have to turn everything down and only focus on footsteps. I put an emphasis on footsteps, and that's it. Everything else could be at normal value. So everything just sounds, meshed well. Try my 5.1. I have a Logitech C5500s. I compare it to them all the time. I have a DTS setup, and then I even try Dolby Digital Live to try to keep it kind of comparable. And I would say for positional audio, for shooters, you will have the edge on the Astro A40s over any 5.1, 7.1, or whatever type of sound system you have. That's why when you see gamers that's professionally gaming or gaming online, that's why you see them with these on. They can easily do voiceovers and mute out the sound and keep their 5.1 on, but they don't. They use these because it gives them the edge. For music, they're okay. Not the best I've heard. They're okay. They're good. They will get the job done. Pretty much all I can say. They're not the best I've heard. They're not the worst. For movies, they're good. I've once again heard better. They're real good, but that's not what they're made for. They're made for games. For movies, they're really good. There's nothing wrong with it. If I had these on and I was listening to a movie, I have no problem listening to it on these. These are beyond passable. For music, they're beyond passable too. Because of your EQ, you can flatten everything out and make everything sound the way you want to. It may not be as much bass as some people may want, but for gaming, and I'm a bass head, plenty of bass. Happy with the amount of bass I get. This is exactly what I'm looking for. You see all the headphones I have. I hooked them up to this mix amp, and I have a DAC amp set up in there. I'll listen to them on that, and I even hooked up my DAC amp after my sound card. Listen to it that way. I listen to it. My DAC amp connected to sound card, and I have my mix amp from here going directly to my sound card also. So I listen to things various ways just to see how it sounds. And for gaming, for the comfort and sound, I prefer these. HD 600, yes, you can get a flatter sound, but you're not going to get the bass that I prefer. And for footsteps, I still prefer these, even though maybe I need to tweak my HD 600s a little bit more, but I shouldn't have to go through all that work. These are exactly what I need. Now, for everybody giving this negative criticism, thing is, a lot of people have to listen to those reviews. They're going out buying other headphones and comparing them to the Astros. If Astros work good, and those, if that's what you're looking for, then go for something else. Why are you comparing it to Astros? A lot of people don't even purchase the Astros or don't have them long enough to even go through break-in period. And then they want to give a review up for these. All the negative reviews of the sound quality are incorrect. For gaming on consoles, this is the best option. There is no better setup. This is it right here, especially with this mix amp. Mix amp is the magic. No better setup. Number one, I have a lot of headsets. I have a lot of gaming headsets, even Turtle Beaches. A lot of people saying them XP500s or the Turtle Beach 7s were better. No, they're not better than Astros. No, in no way, shape, or form. I mean, does it have more features? Yes, the Turtle Beach will have more features. But do you need those features? No. You want sound and comfort when you're gaming. These are way better than Turtle Beach. Way better. Turtle Beach are trying to get up to this standard. Build quality wise, I've had problems with Turtle Beach build quality, but I don't wear my Turtle Beaches as much as this. These last longer. Open back are better. Alright, on to durability. I thought that these do feel kind of cheap and flimsy, but so far they're holding up. I know a few people that own some Astros for years haven't had any problems, and they abuse them. So, in my experience, haven't had them long enough to actually give a more accurate review, but I don't have any problems with the build quality. Excellent. On to the mic. For phone calls, I did a phone call, game chat. I can say I have no problems with the mic. Other people are reporting problems. It's your setup with your PS4. It's directions on how to actually set it up correctly. You know, your chat setups and everything. It's all in that manual. You have to read it. You set it up or go through your chats any other way, it will sound like garbage. But if you follow the instructions, I understand some people don't like to do that, you'll be okay. You will not have any problems. Chat, I haven't had any problems hooked up to my phone, and I had gaming. Everybody sat here loud and clear. They asked me what mic was I using. Normally I use my Blue Yeti Pro, but I switch over to this. Does it sound as good as my Blue Yeti? No. But for gaming, this is more than adequate enough. Even for phone calls, this is good. This is great. You know, good mic, no problems. Mix amp, as I said before, this is where all the magic happens. Great mix amp. I mean, if you can't afford the combo and you just want the mix amp, do whatever headphones you can afford and then upgrade to this. If you're on a console, I would recommend you, if you're on a tight budget, to get the mix amp, because you can always buy these at a later date. But this is where all the magic happens. You really want to grab this mix amp. Preferably get the combo, but if not, get the mix amp. Yeah. Other than that, I'm gonna get the TRs. I'm gonna compare them. But very happy with the setup. I mean, I'm ecstatic. Great headset. If I had to rate these, I would probably give these about a 9.3 out of 10. If I have to give cons, the only con I will possibly give this headphone is I would prefer better build quality. And another con I would give it, there is no Dolby Digital decoder inside of there. Consoles have it, PC doesn't. A lot of sound cards, like built on motherboards, do not come with Dolby Digital Live. A lot of them, not all motherboards, but most onboard sound cards do not come with Dolby Digital Live. So either you have to buy a license or you have to buy another sound card. So that's a separate purchase for you. That's another thing they're fixing the TRs. And my last thing is for people that open backs are not going to be, good for. They need to close back headphones. They're fixing in the TRs. They should have made these plates come with a closed back version like they're doing in the TRs. So if you have people right next to you, it would not interrupt them at all. But those are my only cons. And for consoles, one of the cons don't even apply. And if you're aware that this is open back, do not review it and say sound is leaking, so I'm going to give it, a negative score. Open back, leak sound. I mean, there's nothing to block the sound out. So they should be hearing it just like you are. Because you're closer to it, you should be hearing it louder than they are because they're distanced. So keep in mind, this is open back. It will leak sound. Not going to ding it for that because that's the way it's designed. That's the way it's made. I'm actually going to give it a plus on that. I prefer open back for gaming. I prefer open back for movies. I prefer open back for editing music, but not listen to music all the time, because when I'm on the go, I can't have open back headphones because, it will start to disturb the people around me. So that's been my review of the Astro A40s plus mix amp. Recommend these. Phenomenal gaming headset. To be honest with you, this is the best setup out there, especially within this price range. There is no better, in my opinion. Sound is subjective to everyone else's listening. So what I like, you may not like. You may prefer something more trebly or more bass or something like that, or maybe even less bass. But for me, from my experience, excellent headphones, excellent setup. This has been Yo Megas with PCATTACK. Leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in my next video.